name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an author, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, minister, and the host of this show, To Take Your Life Back Today radio show. You can see a video version of this if you go to YouTube under channel Take Your Life Back Today show. God doesn't see you at a distance. He sees you up close, and he will still choose you. I'm going to be 60 day after tomorrow. 60 is not middle age, not even close. 60 is a reckoning with the truth of mortality, with change, with a new sense of myself as finite. But 60 is also the new 40. 60 is an expanded awareness of time passing. It's wondering where the years went and to marveling at the breadth and depth of the journey. Past, present, and future. Friends, 60 is standing on a threshold contemplating the beginning of the end. To reach this place alive and relatively unscathed feels like both serenity and blessing. 60 is a more respectful understanding of fate. It's the small but real comfort of being the youngest of the old. 60 is a chapter between midlife and old age, a chapter that has no name. 60 is 20 times 3. 20 more than 40, which sounds like a lot, doesn't it? And 20 less than 80, which sounds like too little. It's a number. Still, I can't quite believe it's my number. 60 on the inside doesn't feel very different from 50, but 60 as the age I am now takes some getting used to. Still, 60 is quite different today than it was a generation or two ago. My 60 is not my grandmother's 60. Times have changed. 60 is facing the fact that my youth really is over. I thought I'd faced it a while ago, but I guess I hadn't. Not quite. It's coming to fully appreciate that those of us who grow old are, in fact, the lucky ones. And it's realizing how little I actually know about getting old. It's pausing to think of the friends who didn't make it, who will never make it or never have made it to 60, who are missing these surpassingly lovely autumn days. 60 is about doing my best to live for them too. It's remembering their birthdays and their death days and their togetherness we shared along the way of life. 60 is about trying somehow to hold on to all the years and ages that came before. It's about accepting that they are already gone, sifted through my fingers like sand. 60 is a constantly shifting landscape of diminishment and benefits, losses and gains. The losses are dramatic and obvious, while the gains are often invisible, but no less dramatic for that. 60 is an appreciation for the moment at hand, because I know it won't last forever. It's a greater ease with things as they are, because I know they will certainly change. It's delight in simple pleasures and other people's joys and successes that make 60 so remarkable. 60 is less drama and more contentment. 60 is the sweetness of waking up in the dark, close to my mate for almost 30 years now. It's stepping outside with the dog into chill morning air as the sun slips into view. It's smelling the morning air, taking a walk, receiving a handwritten card in the mail. It's a car trip to visit grandchildren in New York and an hour in the backyard with my friends. The reassurance of connection, caring, and along the way, sometimes it can make it complicated, but 60 is a great age, a tale in which we are but single threads woven through our tiny portions of vast human whole, because there are many millions of people that are 60 right now. It's a morning of raking leaves and watching the clouds, skipping, possibly taking the meds after you rake those leaves, and feeling the soreness of my tired but still strong body. It's a few silent hours of writing, a sense of satisfaction and having work to do, ideas to wrestle with, and sentences to shape. It's continuing to believe in the power of words to heal the wound, to close the distance, to make a difference in this world and within your own family. 60 is trying out new radio station, curling up on the love seat once the yard work is done and you're just about surviving the achiness. Watching a movie, legs stretched out onto the side of the couch. It's a few minutes of reading before bedtime. 60 is a newfound regard for life. It is realizing that the gift of an ordinary day becomes only more precious with each and every passing year. 60 is two deceased parents in their 80s that have been alive. Had they been alive today, they would have been in their 80s, I should have said. Three daughters who are in their 30s, and a wife about to turn 61 in 6 months. It is stopping in my tracks every now and then to wonder, how did time pass by so quick? And how did all this happen? 60 is about creating fluid relationships with aging folks with their grown children. And 60 is about making room for new connections to flourish. It's about opening our home, our hearts to others in need, who are in need every day, only to realize that I was also in need once or twice in my life, and I'm very thankful I'm not anymore. 60 is not caring at all about the labels and caring a great deal about the love. It's living proof that family isn't always defined by blood, but by affinity and affection, choice and intention. That is how family is defined. 60s offering an arm to my elderly neighbors and receiving a helping hand from others that are younger than me. It is marveling at the strength of all those bonds, even as I begin to absorb the necessity of one day letting each of them go. It's about stepping into steady the older generation and stepping aside to allow members of the younger ones to stumble and fall and get up on their feet again and again. As I always say, fall 7 times, get up 8 times, my friend. 60 is a dance of intimacy and independence, closeness and distance, reaching out and holding back, longing and surrendering each and every day. 60 is about appreciating the God that we all so much love each and every day. 60 requires more tact, faith, and compassion than I ever knew I had in me. 60 is an ongoing private conversation daily with God. It's about prayers that are heard by the same God each and every day. It is missing my parents. It is being grateful for every day I still get to be a father, a grandfather. 60 is about feeling my heart lift, always, at the sound of a familiar but fully adult voice on the other end of the phone. 60 is about hearing those little tapping feet of our grandchildren. It's knowing from the intonation of just one, hey, Dad, hey, Grandpa, whether it's been a good day or a tough day, as surely as I once knew from the tilt of the head or the hunch of a shoulder, that kind of day a little boy or girl just had in second grade. 60 is being grateful every single day that I am still a dad and an opa. That is what 60 is all about. 60, unfortunately, is funerals and fortunately weddings. It's losing loved ones and bearing witness to tender beginnings. It's showing up to be a steady presence at bedsides and showing up to help launch the young people I've known since birth who are suddenly taking marriage vows and starting companies and having babies of their own. 60 is watching children who once spent every day together, inventing worlds in the backyard, turn into grown-ups and scatter like leaves in the wind. It is writing an obituary for a friend who should have been here, and a happily ever after wish for a young man who, in my mind, my mind's eye, is still a 9-year-old snapping gum on a pitcher's mouth. It is pretty new dancing shoes with heels that aren't too high for those granddaughters especially. And it's the plain dark skirt hanging in the back of the closet for my wife, awaiting its next call of duty. 60, my friends, is gathering to mourn and gathering to celebrate. 60 is grief and gratitude, sorrow and joy, all tangled up together in one. 60 is flipping through cute outfits on the rack and knowing better than to try them on. And when I say cute, I'm talking about my old lederhosen. It's being able to say, I'm too old for that without resentment. 60s being done with uh, without shopping around like it used to be when we were younger. But it's also finding out that um, dressing means wearing whatever feels good at our age. It's the freedom to have my own style, to change it day by day. 60 is about shopping at thrift stores, just as I did many years ago. 60 is a stretchy pair of pants and the confidence to wear it. 60 never leaving the house without a list. It's forgetting even things on the list when I go to the store. That's what 60 is all about. 60 is forgetting things that don't go on the list sometimes as well, and remembering things. It's losing my cell phone and finding it in the refrigerator. That's what 60 is about. It's losing my reading glasses and finding them on my head. Or worse, it's losing my glasses, finding them, putting them on, and only to realize that I'm already wearing them, so it's time for a new eye exam. It's being able to laugh at all these things. That's what 60 is about. It's rummaging around in the pantry for dinner or eating cereal, skipping dinner totally. It's a takeout without guilt. That's what 60 is about. It's going out to dinner just because. It's the freedom to trash the list. That's what 60 is about. 60 is choosing comfy over style. But 60 is also slower and less predictable. Not as athletic, but more tender. As much about pleasure in the mind, it's about the hunger in the body. Age is full of surprises. Not all of them are bad. That's what 60 is about. It's looking crabby in every photograph, even when I know I was happy. Friends, 60 is its moments of ups and downs. It has its moments ups and downs. So much is over. There's no going back. 60 is a realization that joy doesn't just happen. I have to choose it. And again, it's a choice that requires effort and work on my end. 60 is an opportunity to rethink some old ideas. It's a farewell to certain kind of ambition, and it's an uncomplicated pleasure in the job at hand. Cutting back the garden, stuffing envelopes for local nonprofit, going with a friend to doctor. That's what 60 is about. And I hope each and every one of you watching me that's younger than me, I hope you get to see and experience 60 one day. May God bless each and every one of you. Call me at 844-4005-HELP, because together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and always be good to each other. And remember, 60 is just a number. It's the new 40. May God bless each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye now.